Texas taking a big L in this story. Guys, this is definitely going on an episode of Funeral Home Foolery. When you have these very sensitive jobs, I mean, you cannot default on them, and you damn sure can't do nothing crazy like what this woman did. I think that she deserves to lose her entire career and possibly be subjected to doing manual labor for the rest of her life when she gets out of prison. She should never be entrusted with another very important job like what she has. And when y'all hear the details, let me give you a warning first, because this content is going to disturb you what this woman did. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences purely based on the details of what she did. Let me give you a disclaimer about my channel. Then we're going to talk about it. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. Yo, if you guys are listening, do me a favor and please hit that thumbs up. Somebody in the chat asked, how did she get caught? Her student, she was teaching a class when she did this. Like, some people just go above and beyond stupid. That's actually another AFC phrase. But this woman is above and beyond stupid. They saw her and they told her. They saw something and said something, right? So people.com, thank you for the article. Check this out. The following article contains graphic descriptions. Content warning. A Texas funeral home worker has been accused of castrating the body of a deceased sex offender as she prepared his corpse for cremation, per a police affidavit. Let me say that again, because you can't be this level of goddamn dumb. She castrated the body of a dead person who was deemed to be a sex offender. Here's the thing about a sex offender. I don't know if she looked up the details. I don't know that it was necessarily involving a minor. But do you guys know that you could actually be a sex offender if you sexually offend an adult person? Did y'all know that? Grabbing a woman's behind without her permission, grabbing her butt, smacking her on the butt or something like that, grabbing a boobie or whatever, you could get charged and be held as a sex offender. It don't necessarily have to do with kids. What I'm saying is I just don't think that this woman is wrapped too tight, and I don't think that this woman did her due diligence and researched this. I don't know. But I'm just assuming that she didn't do her due diligence. She violated a dead person's body in the most... Boy, she gonna go to hell for what she did. And here's what's funny. Do y'all know, I actually found people on Facebook that was praising her. Like, good job, girl. What? No. Check this out. This fool's name is Amber Page Laudermilk. 34 years, stupid. 34 years old, who worked as an embalmer at Houston's Memorial Mortuary and Crematory, and she has been charged with abuse of a corpse after she allegedly used a scalpel, and y'all got it right in the chat. She used a scalpel to stab the man and cut the penis off. She cut the penis off of the body of an individual by the name of Charles Roy Rodriguez. Let me see if I can look him up. And he was a registered sex offender, and this happened last month. Let me see if I can find his charge. Let me see. So if I have my records correctly, which I could be wrong, so I'm going to preface this by saying maybe I have this wrong. It looks like this man sexually assaulted what they call as Jane Doe, who is his ex-wife. And I'm finding this on caselaw.findlaw.com. That's where I'm getting this article from. This looks like a protection order to protect him from being around the ex-wife. I don't see anything about no kids in here. That's a man and his ex-wife, and that still would make him a sex offender if he was guilty of that. So I don't see nothing about no kids in here. So for her to go this route, this sounded real personal, right? Charles Roy Rodriguez, 58 years old. That's the record that I found. A registered sex offender, and it sounds like he sexually offended his grown adult wife, not a little kid from what I understand. Now, Amber Page Laudermilk, the employee, was in the presence of an embalming trainee. So she was in front of a student and another employee at the time of the alleged crime on February 7th of 2025, this year, last month, according to probable cause affidavit filed in Texas court and reviewed by people.com. Per the document, Amber Laudermilk was observed by two others as she allegedly cut off the defendant's penis and stuffed it into his mouth, his dead mouth. She also allegedly stabbed the body of Rodriguez twice in the groin with a scalpel, the document says. Gotta be a fucked up person. Like, what the hell you been through in life to do that to a dead person? And then, if you go do your research, like I say, there could be more. Maybe I'm missing something. Unless she was the ex-wife, I don't know why she would behave this way. And then you hear the word sex offender and you just automatically think kid, and come to find out it was just an adult, his ex-wife, and you still really don't even know what the terms of that was. Whew. The embalming trainee who witnessed the incident also claimed that Amber Laudermilk told her, "You didn't see anything," in a threatening manner afterwards. And I would have to think, you know what, even if it was me, as a grown man, I probably would have been afraid of her too. Immediately following the alleged incident, the funeral director reportedly noticed that Laudermilk was fondling the mouth of the defendant per the charging document. The director also noticed that Rodriguez's groin area looked disfigured as Laudermilk and asked Laudermilk about it. In response, Amber Laudermilk allegedly covered Rodriguez's lower body with a towel and replied that the corpse had a lot going on with him per the document. Rodriguez died of natural causes. Let me say that again. He died of natural causes at a Houston hospital in January. He'd received 10 years of a deferred adjudication after being charged with sexual assault in 2001, according to a statement from the Office of Harris County Constable Precinct 1. This case is about two troubled people: the victim, who was a registered sex offender, and the defendant, who was accused of viciously attacking his dead body. How goddamn stupid can you be? You're going to go to jail over a dead person. Let me say that again. This woman is about to go to jail or prison over a dead person, right? You end your career and your reputation over a dead person that you didn't even know. You didn't even know this person. No matter what one thinks of his life, the law requires that he be treated with dignity in death. I don't know the suspect's past, but we have the utmost empathy for anyone who has been the victim of a sexual assault or is the family or friend of someone who has been the victim of sexual assault. Rosen also said per statement, the facts clearly indicate she was angry, and I hope after this is resolved in the courts, she gets the help that she needs. That is why this is going on funeral home foolery. Did she even know that he was a sex offender? Yes, that's why she did this. But here's the catch. She must have thought that he did this to a little child. This was done, from what I read, to an adult, his ex-wife. All right, now let's go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Look, here's the thing. Every dead person has a story, and it don't matter what they've been through. You still have a job to do, and you don't go doing no stuff like this. Have y'all ever heard of somebody like doing some nasty stuff to dead people's bodies? Y'all have heard of people doing crazy things like having sex with corpses and stuff. Like, I hate to even say that because it just sounds nasty even coming out my mouth like that. But people do some really, really crazy stuff. And this is why you need people who can act professionally at all times in these positions. So when they get caught, it just proves that you don't never need to be in this position ever again. Hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, necrophilia, thank you. That's the term for it. People do some crazy stuff, and that's usually the time when it happens, when somebody is dead. Just, oof. Anyway. Well, I mean, of course, that's the term, but I'm talking about as far as people in these positions, these working positions. But nonetheless, here we go.
A Houston woman facing charges tonight, accused of brutally mutilating a corpse. Fox 26 was the only station in the courtroom after she surrendered to investigators.
And let me warn you, the details of this we were talking about in the newsroom here, they are quite disturbing. Fox 26's Jonathan Mejia is live for us in Bel Air with the details. Jonathan.
Very disturbing. In fact, law enforcement says this is a bizarre case. Now, this woman, she was working as an embalmer at this mortuary service right behind me. That's when investigators say she cut off the genitals of a deceased man, then placed it in his mouth.
And everybody deserves to go out of this world and into the next, without this kind of trauma, without this kind of stuff going on. So it was a very, very odd case.
This is 34-year-old Amber Laudermilk. She is facing felony charges for abuse to a corpse. Now, the victim, according to court documents, was 58-year-old Charles Rodriguez. The documents say that Laudermilk cut his penis, then put it in his mouth. Rodriguez's family says he was a registered sex offender. Investigators say Laudermilk did this in front of apprentices at the mortuary services where she was working. How did this all come to light?
The Texas Funeral Service Commission, there were people present. This defendant was an instructor on embalming and was teaching a class and did this in front of the class. She threatened them not to obviously say anything, but that's what makes it more bizarre. She didn't do it in private. She did it in front of other people.
Do we know if she has done this before?
Not that we're aware of that she's done this before, and I really don't know a whole lot about her past. There may be something there in her past that led to her acting out in this behavior. I don't know, but it's a very bizarre case.
Any indication what her motives were? Did she know this deceased person?
She did not know this decedent. She, I'm not 100% sure. She may have had some kind of issue in her past relative to a sexual assault. I don't know. I don't know what was in her mind. All I know is that you cannot abuse a corpse.
Laudermilk faces up to 2 years in prison if convicted and is currently under a $5,000 bond.
All I know is that you cannot abuse a corpse. Once someone's deceased, you can't mutilate this corpse the way that she did. It was horrible.
Laudermilk's Embalmer's license is currently suspended and is under review by the Texas Funeral Service Commission to be permanently revoked. For now, reporting live in Bel Air, Jonathan Mejia, Fox 26 News.
So let me ask you guys, do y'all think she should be able to get her career back? Because I don't think so. I think that should be a permanent loss of that career or anything close to it. No embalming, no funeral services, Nothing that has to do with dead people that can't speak for themselves nor defend themselves. This woman is crazy. She don't deserve to have kids. So I hope that she don't have kids. And if she do have kids, y'all better take custody of them kids' fathers right damn now. So I'm just saying, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This is, of course, going on funeral home foolery. And this is just a crazy, crazy story. I had to talk about this, and I just didn't want to pass up on an opportunity to present this story and tell y'all, because I'm like, what the hell is going on in her damn head? You throw away your whole career behind a dead person. How does that even make any sense? You can't be that level of dumb. Maybe you can. But let me know what you guys think about this story. Leave a comment in the comment section. All right. Thank you.